The little girl hasn't eaten for 3 years. Yet she is still alive and healthy. The villagers believe she is a symbol of a miracle and come to worship her. However, a few elders in the village think she is a fraud, but they can't find any evidence. So, they brought in a professional female nurse from London and asked her to observe the girl for 14 days, hoping to uncover the secret of why she doesn't eat. When the nurse arrived, she first conducted an examination on the girl and found that her health was unusually good, completely unlike someone who hasn't eaten for a long time. The nurse asked how she maintained her life, and the girl replied that she didn't need food. Even though the girl demonstrated her way of obtaining food while the nurse was eating, the nurse still suspected that she was secretly eating. The next day, the nurse began to search the girl's residence, but found no food. She accidentally learned that the girl had an older brother, and the nurse guessed that the brother might be secretly feeding her. But the girl's parents said the brother had passed away years ago. The nurse still had doubts, so she went to the cemetery and found the brother's grave. Only then did she believe the parents' words. However, the photo of the brother on the gravestone had an unusually strange look on his mouth and eyes. The nurse was unwilling to accept it and continued her investigation. She asked the girl's sister what the girl ate at her last meal on her birthday, and the sister replied, "It was food given to her by God." The nurse suspected that the sister was brushing her off, which made her even more suspicious. One night, while the girl was asleep, the nurse carefully checked the room again. In the Virgin Mary statue, she discovered something hidden. Thinking she had found evidence, she was about to take it out, but accidentally damaged the statue, and inside was a lock of hair. When the girl saw the statue in her hands, she suddenly jumped out of bed. The nurse realized she had made a mistake and quickly apologized to the girl. It was her most important possession, and the lock of hair was the only memento left by her brother. At this moment, a London journalist found the nurse, having heard about the girl, and came to interview her. When he had learned that the nurse was observing the girl, the reporter began to inquire about her. The nurse told him that the girl truly hadn't eaten anything, and that she only wet her lips with water. The reporter said he had seen many strange things, but he had never heard of a little girl who didn't eat, and he completely didn't believe it, believing the girl's family must be secretly feeding her. This idea inspired the nurse, and she found a new direction for her investigation.